F1 Mailbag, where you send me your talking points, questions, comments, concerns. I'm not going to tell you if something is infected. I'm not going to analyze your dreams, although you can send me F1 dreams and I'll read them out. We should do F1 dreams again soon. But this is Mailbag, where you can send us your things and I'll think about them and talk about them. Let's open our account this week with this comment or question. Does Stefano Domenicali have a brain worm or something? Good reference. Stefano Domenicali has been in the headlines for a few reasons of late. One being, this is kind of weird, that he said maybe the next place that we'll be going F1 racing is Rwanda. It'd be great to have a race in Africa somewhere. I guess everyone just assumed if you were going to go for a race in Africa, you'd be in South Africa, but not necessarily. But Rwanda, I guess it could be fine. Probably more concerning and probably more what you're talking about with the question about the brain worm. Imagine a little brain worm with like a F1 helmet and gloves and everything. You wouldn't be able to imagine an F1 brain worm doing the reaction test where they drop the tennis balls and the worm's just standing there. He's got no arms and the balls just fall to the ground. But he's like, trust me, I reacted so much to that. Stefano Domenicali was defending reverse grids recently, saying, why are people calling reverse grids fake racing? What's fake about that? That sounds exciting. These guys are pure racers and you put them on the track against each other. Nothing fake about that. Reverse grids would be great. What worries me is those two things combined. Let's go race in Rwanda and let's have reverse grids. I worry we're going to get some kind of bullshit novelty race where they're like, we're going to Rwanda and we're going to have a reverse grid sprint or some shit because they would have paid them multi-dollar-y. I mean, there's just so much hatred out there for reverse grids. It's up there. And I mean, we haven't done it yet, but I'm telling you, if they try and pull this shit, people will not like it. It's right up there with fucking double points that we had that year for the season finale. People still cringe when you mention double points for the race finale. Like, that's just bullshit. Why is Abu Dhabi worth double points compared to like Spa or Monza or somewhere? It's just not right. Does Stefano Domenicali have a brain worm? Yeah. I mean, I'm leaning towards yes. Yes, he does. Next question. Do we know how Oscar broke his rib? Ooh. I can feel it. Oh, when I think about it, I can feel it. Oscar Piastri announced a few days ago that he had a broken rib for a while. I think sometime after Silverstone, he was like, oh yeah, I got a broken rib. Remember, he won a race after that. I don't know that it's been announced how he broke it. Someone said G-forces, but it's like, yeah, but G-forces doing what? Of course it was G-forces. One way or another, almost every time someone breaks their rib, it's because of G-forces. But was he like jet skiing or was it from one of the races? The context matters. One thing I thought of was there was a thing that happened that might have caused his rib to break. Remember this? Is this when he broke his rib? Lots of drivers have done this, by the way. Just drive straight into the jack, man. This view is even more sickening. Watch this. Pow! How did that guy not break his rib? Maybe that guy, though, is so strong. Maybe he's like Clark Kent and he's just standing there and that little bump was enough to break Piastri's rib. I don't know. But when I heard broken rib, for some reason, my brain, my poor addled brain just went straight to that moment. If anyone knows, let me know. How did he break his rib? That said, he's been driving fine and winning races ever since, so let's not worry about it. Last question for this week. Considering Raygun's efforts at braking, what Olympic sport would you have a crack at? That was bad. Like, can we agree that was bad dancing? That she was clearly improvising? At least some of it. I've seen some clips that look actually genuinely quite good. And then I've also seen some, everyone's seen the clips. They're bad. I don't know, man. And she's sort of come out now saying like, oh, yeah, I was sort of just like trying to make a point about how the Olympics are about having a go and about including everybody. I was like, oh, I don't know, man. There must be someone in Australia who's better at breakdancing than you and they didn't get to go because you got to go. I find that hard to swallow. Anyway, we're not here to bullshit on about that. Considering Raygun's efforts at braking, what Olympic sport would you have a crack at? I saw a clip actually of a guy doing high jump where he just sort of, I mean, this happens in high jump, but it was just funny to see in isolation where he's just running and his steps get out of order and then He just sort of abandons, and instead of going for the jump, he just sort of flops onto the mattress. And I was like, I could do that. I'd have a crack at that. Maybe long jump. Just sort of plod up to the line, have a jump, and then the judge is looking at me like, really? I'm like, look at me. What do you expect? But I had to go. That's what it's all about. What am I to do? I'm a mere mortal.
Go, you good thing. Flop on no mattress. Go, you good thing. More like short jump.